What's going on? We got some breaking news from the San Francisco 49ers. That's right, breaking news from the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to get those alarms sound real quick. And let me get my headphones playing right. What's good, faithful? The Niners have made a trade. One more time with the sound of the alarm. The 49ers have made a trade for a defensive end, a pass rusher, an edge setter, Keoin White. Mr. Keoin White. I don't know why I called him Keon Coleman, but his name is definitely Keoin White. All right. So the Niners have made a trade for Mr. Keoin White. All right. Keoin White, edge rusher, 2023 draft pick. Let me see if I can make that fix real quick, because y'all know y'all going to be good on the editings and stuff like that. All right. Boom. Easy fix. All right. So look, 2023 draft pick. Met this kid at the Senior Bowl. Big guy. I believe he played for, was it Florida State, if I'm not mistaken? Let me just see what college he went to real quick. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is where he's from. So he played for Georgia Tech. Big edge rusher, 6'5". Niners get size out there, kind of like how they have, right now. And this is how you find ways to mend the broken fences, man. You got to go out there and get some guys with high ceilings, great upside. You know what I'm saying? He came into the league, flashed a little bit. I don't know if he really fit what the New England Patriots were trying to do defensively. But 2023 was when he was drafted. Oscar, what's going on out there, baby? And this is a good signing for the San Francisco 49ers, because now they get extra depth at the pass rushing. They can rush the passer from another dimension, you know. And then when you get Bryce Huff back and so forth, you'll have that rotation back. You know, a lot of people were feeling like we were going to trade for like a Trey Hendrickson or whatever. Unfortunately, the Niners decided to go a different route. Now, what did they give up? All right, cool. So they kind of swapped picks in the 2026 draft per Tom Pelissero. All right, so the Patriots are sending Keoin White and a 2026 7th-round pick to the San Francisco 49ers for a 2026 6th-round pick. Okay. So the cool thing is that the Niners got him now, and I believe they're having for another year. Remember, Kyle Shanahan said, if we're going to get a player, we want him here now and in the future. All right. And this is the type of player that's going to be here now and in the future. Now, he played all 16 games. His rookie season started 4 games, just a little bit background. He had 3 pass deflections that year. And he finished that for his rookie season with a sack. All right. He had 26 tackles. 12 of them were solo, 5 quarterback hits. His second year, he played all 17 games. He started 13 of those games, 5 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles. So you can see his statistics started to rise. 5 sacks. That was his best season. His second year, 56 total tackles, 31 solo, 25 assisted, 16 quarterback hits. I'm hearing it. We're going to get pressure back. I think that's what's most important, man. Like getting the pressure back. Pressure. All right, so the San Francisco 49ers are getting a guy to bring back some pressure. Now, he's played in 5 games. Sounds like he's been on special teams. He did start 1 game. As far as his stats this year, 6 tackles, 2 solos, 4 assisted, no sacks, nothing like that. So not really utilized. Not sure if he's a good fit for the system there under Coach Vrabel. But the good thing is San Francisco 49ers did decide to address the pass rush situation, just like I said they were going to watching that game. If you watch this Houston Texans game, you were like, well, damn, what happened? Well, the biggest difference between the Texans game and the Atlanta Falcons game, you know, one was at home, one was on the road. Okay, you can say that was a difference. But the biggest difference was the absence of Bryce Huff. And I don't know how much longer Bryce Huff is going to miss some time. I don't know if this is saying that the injury is a little bit more severe than what it was. He has a hamstring injury, so we'll see. But the 49ers decided to address the pass rush situation because the Niners against the Houston Texans had a total of 10 pressures. Okay, now they blitzed. They blitzed. Those were part of the pressures. All right, so 10 total pressures, only 2 quarterback hits in that game. This is going to be interesting to see how Robert Saleh is going to be able to utilize. He's going to have those kind of twin towers, Mykel Williams and Keion White. I don't know why I called them Keon Coleman. My apologies for that. But Keoin White, I think now you can move Mykel back to the inside because the Niners still need to be able to stop the run. And I'm not saying Keoin White is Nick Bosa. That is not what I'm saying, Faithful. But what I am saying is now you have options on how to do this. They also are working out other players like former 49ers defensive end Clelin Ferrell. So that sounds like if he worked out and did good at his workouts, I could see him being signed to the San Francisco 49ers, a familiar face with this particular type of system, this defense. And I think this is the defense he's excelled in. Matter of fact, he excelled so well in this defense, he ended up becoming a free agent, going out getting a contract, I believe, from the Washington Commanders. So Clelin Ferrell could be back. All right, Clelin Ferrell could be back. Now, if you are, I don't know why it wasn't showing me comments from YouTube. There they go. There they go. I was like, I didn't think it. I thought I was talking to myself this whole time. Shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew, man, right here. Always locked in to your boy Breezy. Air horns one time. You know what I'm saying? Air horns one time for everybody out there. What's good? What's good? You guys should be happy. Okay, so Alejandro is saying, who is Keoin White? All right, or maybe you meant Coleman because I said Coleman. That was the wide receiver. But no, Keoin White, big defensive end out of Georgia Tech. His specialty is rushing the passer outside on the edge. I think the Niners they're going to get another tower out there on the edge, right? Big, tall guy. He's a big guy, too. 6'5", still has things he can learn. Now he's going to be coming under Chris Kocurek, so going from the Patriots system to what Kocurek's going to be asking him to do to fit the wide nine, can cover the space, has the length, has the power, as well as the speed. Let's see if we can look at some of his what he did in if it shows us that. Now he's only 26 years old, so that's great. He's a January baby. Let's go, Capricorn in the building. That's what I'm talking about, right? 285. It's a big edge rusher. I'm trying to tell you, it's a big guy. All right, now his stats for this season, whatever. You could chuck him out, throw him out the window. He's not really doing much. Peachy, what's going on? I see you out there. We got a gift from Nigel. If you were gifted the membership from Nigel, make some noise so I can definitely show some love to you. Thank you so much, Nigel, for that gift. X-rated. Let's get to some of these comments. How the Eagles misuse Bryce Huff, the Patriots. I'm going to give my man X-rated 9502 round of applause. Yeah. This is my whole point. I was saying that he wasn't used right. When I interviewed him, and I got to go through my phone, when I interviewed him at the Senior Bowl a few years back in 2023, I was like, yo, this kid gonna be a killer. This is a big dude. He played to where he didn't even have to perform in the actual game. This kid's it's going to be a problem. I just, like you said, X-rated 95-02, you know, he potentially was just misutilized. And it happens. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. And the Niners made a move. They didn't make the big splash. I know everybody was thinking Trey Hendrickson. Well, he got hurt. I think that hurt his chances. And you can see that the Niners weren't going to give up much draft capital. They got him for literally a 6th-round pick. And in return, they got a 7th-round pick out of him. And in return, I think they get a whole nother year. Yo, that double whiskey dog I was wondering why it was extra strong. I appreciate you, man. Salute to you, my bro. It was so nice to meet you at the game this weekend. Great. Now I see people saying, you know, and in the chat, how would you guys thumbs up on this trade, thumbs down on this trade? Again, he has 6 sacks in his career. If you guys want to know, 5 last season where he was really attacking the team's offenses. But let me know if you guys give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down. I'm curious to know how you're doing. Eddie G and the B-Dogs, what's going on? Nigel, again, thank you so much for gifting that membership. Definitely appreciate you supporting the channel right here, man. All right, we got our first thumbs up. Alejandro, now he knows a little bit about him. So he's like, cool, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Look, the Niners have been able to get the best out of some players that we've seen. They got great stuff they got some good stuff out of Chase Young. I want to say great. This guy's not Chase Young. They're built totally different. All right. But again, one man's loss is another man's treasure. Is that what we say? You know what I mean? So that's kind of like how I'm looking at it. Will they get other people? Look, the Niners can continue to trade until the trade deadline is up. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if they look to get somebody else up on the roster, because I'll tell you what, we didn't even know we were going to trade for a guy like Bryce Huff. My man Larry, what's going on, bro? This is my brother from another mother right here. CT in the building. CT in the building. Boom. Niners. Connecticut chapter. Building. Let's go. All day, every day. CT, stand up. Niner Faithful, thumbs up. Double A with the thumbs up. Miss Peachy with the thumbs up. Nigel, thumbs up. I'm glad you guys are saying the thumbs up. Now, I understand he's got to go out there. He's got to prove it, like, next game against the Giants. You trust me, I already know. The good news is he's used to playing on the East Coast. He's been here for 3 years. Well, this is his 3rd year, and he understands the weather here. And whatever it's like in New England is more than likely going to be in New York. We're going to play in New York. I can see him flying out here right now on the airplane, getting acclimated, or maybe he just flies straight to New York. I don't know. I guarantee you he's going to be good to go on Sunday. And hopefully the Niners do bring in Clelin Ferrell. I think the key to the Niners defense is adding depth, okay, and adding that pass rush. I truly think, I really do believe that. Howdy 49ers says it's something. Taj said it's a bad trade. So, Taj, man, I'm curious to know why is this a bad trade? Since you're going with the negative side, you're the only one in here going with the thumbs down, and that's your prerogative, man. I'm down with you. A whole bunch of thumbs down. What's so bad about it? We got him for a 6th-round pick. I don't think that's bad. I mean, 6th-round pick for a guy that can potentially get you some production, I don't think that's bad at all. KP, what's good, my bro? I don't think that's bad at all, but I'm curious to know what you think. Marty Marr, 49er Empire, but I didn't know much about him. Look, I'm trying to tell you that this kid, coming out of college, he was a problem. Now, I understand, sometimes you get drafted and you go to a team where you don't fit the system. We've seen this all of our lives. I really believe he just was not a fit for Vrabel's system. He was thriving with 5 sacks last year under the New England system, and then Vrabel came in, changed some things up. Maybe they were asking him to do some things that are a little bit different. Who knows? Very minute production in this season, but he can potentially, add some great value to the San Francisco 49ers. And you know what? He probably could use a change of scenery, all that good stuff. And you know what I mean? All right, we got a question, Niner Faithful. One of our moderators on the channel says, Arden Key, can we get 2 solid players, blockbuster? Yo, so I believe the Niners, I feel like the Niners are going to be all in on Arden Key from the Titans. He's a veteran. He's an older guy. That would be somebody to really keep your eyes in on. And then because that'll be adding the veteran to the group, even though I guess you can say Keoin White is slightly a veteran or not. And I think they bring back Clelin Ferrell. I really do. He worked out. So Ferrell worked out. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. X-Rated says great pickup. I think a lot of people don't really like him because he doesn't have high production and they don't know much about the kid. But you got to give him a chance. I'm with Marcus, man. We need all the help we can get. I tell you what, I just finished, and this is not gonna be a long break. I just finished rewatching the game. Hold on. I just finished rewatching the game. I don't know what the hell product that was that we put out there. All I know is the offense struggled and the defense struggled even more. That's how I saw it, and that's my take. And they struggled because they couldn't get a pass rush. Now, as far as misassignments and blown coverages, that's a whole nother conversation. I hope we trade for a safety. I think some safeties got released. Like, I believe, oh man, and that's crazy because the Patriots, I'm curious to know what they're asking for what they want for Kyle Duggar. The Patriots had said he's on the trade block. Kyle Duggar from maybe there's another trade. Maybe it's a safety. I don't know. That's my guy right here. Oscar, what's good? Oh, this X-Man. Man, you can't be changing it now. I like the X-Men, so you X-rated now. All right, so you get naked. All right, cool. No problem. Now I know who he is. Oh, YouTube, my name. Oh, they changed your name. Well, all right. Well, all right. Oscar says, I give this trade a B simply because it's a pick swap. So you get him for a sixth-round pick, and you get a seventh back. So a seventh and a player that could potentially get you some, some pressure. Yeah, the key is pressure. You get pressure up front. I mean, look, if the fantasy football guys, the fantasy football experts out there are talking about how the Niners got zero pressure, even though we had 10 total pressures, that lets you know how bad the pressure was. You get what I'm saying? That lets you know. White isn't playing true rush edge. Okay. Oh, you mean he isn't playing it now where he is, or he's not going to play that with the Niners? All right. So he plays inside. All right. So I see what he's saying. So because of his speed, he doesn't have the speed from his 4.79, blah, 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 blah. He's going to play inside. So we'll see. I don't know. All I know is he can get to the quarterback, whether it's inside or whether it's not. Wayne Retweet was getting his ass kicked all night. Oh, right tackle. Got you. So, yeah, you talk about Colt McKivitz? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure was. So either they do two things with this guy, right? They either keep him on the edge. I mean, what was Michael Williams' 40 time? Either they keep him on. I mean, Nick Bosa didn't have a super fast 40 neither. It wasn't 4.7 though. You know what I mean? Miss Debbie in the building. She says, we need all the help we can get. I mean, amen. 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 I take it. But if the plays are going to be to his side, I'm more in belief that he's going to be able to make the play. And I think that's what's most important. So the Niners add some depth. All right. Will he be starting right away? I mean, he's got to be better than what we already have as far as a product. And don't forget, you guys wrote Charles Omenihu in here. You guys wrote Charles Omenihu. That's not the name I was thinking, but don't forget Sam Okuwanu is dealing with an injury, and he's been listed day to day. So I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? He's been listed day to day. Marcus says, do we trade JJ and pick a pick for Giants pass rusher? Are you talking about Azeez Ojulari? Is that the pass rusher? What? And if you are talking about trading a pick, like what's the pick you're willing to give up for that? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Yeah. This is the role. I think he's going to play that Omenihu role. He can line up outside, be utilized inside, create pressure from the inside using, he's not a 300-pound body, but he can play with the 300-pound guys up front, slither inside. Again, like you got to look at it like this, man. When we go back to how the Niners, let's just ask ourselves this question before we jump up out of here, okay? Let's ask ourselves this question before we jump up out of here. Go back to the Niners. They have a type for defensive ends, right? They had a type. Remember, we traded for the kid from Kansas City, whatever his name is. But he was fine, but he was injured, right? And then they went out and got Samson Ebukam, right? And then they went out and got Charles Omenihu. Right now, those are two different types of edge rushers. I thought Samson Ebukam was excellent against the run. As far as a pass rusher, it was mid. Charles Omenihu was a pass rusher edge, but he lined up predominantly on the inside and got his stuff. He got off from the inside. So the stunt games was definitely working. So they have a type, right? Then they drafted Michael Williams. You can kind of see how he is. And free agency last year, they signed Yetur Gross-Matos. He's kind of like that same type of edge rusher, can generate pressure from the inside, even though he's an edge guy. He's dealing with injury. He's not playing right now. And so I think they just get the same type, role type in here because they know they're going to be getting back Gross Matos. They know they're going to be getting back Bryce Huff. He's your speed guy, right? He's your speed guy. So they know they're going to be getting those guys back. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping we'll be talking about other trades too on the BAM Show, but we'll definitely talk about him more on the BAM Show. Can't wait to get Mike's take. Bishop, thank you so much. Terror Dome, D Ford. I could not think of his name to save all of my life. It was D something at that point. You know what I'm saying? It was D something. But I think this guy is going to provide definitely the ability to set the edge. You can see he has tackles for a loss. No tackles for a loss this season. But total tackles for a loss, he has 10 out in his career, 21 quarterback hits. So I'll take that, right? 21 quarterback hits, 10 tackles for a loss, 88 tackles, 6 sacks. I mean, that's what you're getting from this young fella who's only 26 years old. So I think it's a win for the Niners. It only cost them a 6th-round pick, and they get a 7th-round pick back. So you're getting a 7th and a player for a 6th-round pick. Sign me up all day. This is a John Lynch win and win for me. And I think they're going to get good production out of him. I truly think that they will. Now, I'm hoping Cleveland Farrell returns to the Niners. I talked about him a little bit earlier. Bringing another, and that would be a veteran guy. They may look to go get Arden Key. And hell, the Niners may pull off a trade and end up with a guy like Bradley Chubb. Who knows? Overall, I think this was a good trade. Guys, in the comment section, if you're watching this on the repass, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up or thumbs down on the trade. I'm your boy Breezy. Tune back into this channel at 9 p.m. We're going to be talking fantasy football as we talk about picking up that Niners D this week on the waiver wire because they just got better. Yeah, I said it. It's your boy Breezy. I'm out this joint. Peace.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.